to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day, and we have a great show for you guys today. Man, I am telling you, there are so many different people out there going after their dreams. Today, we have... Okay, I'm just going to say it. We have Tristan and Kelley on the show, and they have something that they're going to be talking about that you just might be interested in. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you so much. Nice to be on.
Appreciate you having us.
Thank you, thank you. And before we reveal what this is, how did you guys know you wanted to work together?
Well, let's see. Well, actually, I approached Kelley here when things started to really move forward with it. You know, we were I had written the book for the story in high school, and then a few years later I asked him to help me out with assistant directing, and because he's very observant like I am, so I figured he could help keep the project and the show we're doing in check and stuff like that, and make sure it's all very consistent and whatnot. So that's I asked him about a year ago, I'd say. I asked Kelley to help me out with assistant directing and stuff like that, and he's been really helpful with making sure that all because the difference between like TV and and doing a show in a game is that you know, there's a lot of nuanced stuff you got to keep consistent of, you know, like outfits, time of day and stuff like that. What do you think, Kelley?
I just think, you know, just the hardest thing possible, like, to keep consistent, is just that time of day, you know. And then obviously people see things on one screen, and then you see things on your own, and you just got to keep it consistent, keep it fixed, make sure nothing goes wrong, and make sure you get the best quality for the show in the end of the day.
Wow. So let's talk about this. What is Masterminds?
It is it's a story that, like I previously mentioned, I wrote a book in high school, and it sort of just transformed into this idea. And we used Grand Theft Auto 5 as like our entire playground of, you know, the city of Los Angeles. It's very well recreated. The developers did a good job, I think, of recreating that whole city. But so it's a story I wrote about this girl named Cheryl. And she's you know, she's living in the rundown neighborhoods with all the gang violence, and the police have like a huge grip on the neck of the neighborhood. And she knows that what she wants to do is make money as a criminal, but the situation she's in is just kind of poor, and she doesn't have the skills to progress very further. She's always getting attacked or arrested, and so she goes and seeks out this this guy named Jason Bridges, who's like sort of the as the title implies, the mastermind of an entire criminal empire in the city. And she wants to go and work for him to make herself a better life while still doing what she enjoys, although it being, you know, not very moral or righteous, but, you know, it's what she wants to do. So that's sort of what the entire premise is about.
Wow. So you guys have come up with this whole thing and put it where?
We've put it into the games. Each episode will be filmed in Grand Theft Auto 5 on the best console, on you know, the highest FPS and everything. Yeah, currently we're filming it on the Series X, and with GTA 5 expanded and enhanced coming out in March, we'll be switching over to that to make sure that the quality is at its highest in terms of graphics and audio.
You know, it's so amazing to have such amazing people on my show. I feel like I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm just overwhelmed with the talent that comes on this show. Grand Theft Auto. So you guys, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm excited for you. And I can't even, like, I'm trying to stay seated. How can you just be like, yeah, and you know, we're going to be on Grand Theft Auto. And I mean, how can you do that? Aren't you like, how did that feel when you first got that you knew this was going to happen?
Yeah, I'd say that when we got the second episode rolling, and you know, we met we met our partner Dylan and everything, we were definitely like, okay, now it's serious. We're definitely working hard. Whether we're recording voice lines or filming out scenes and everything. And especially with the work that comes with working with an actual TV studio, it's actually a lot easier, believe it or not, and more convenient for us to be filming the series for YouTube in a video game because everyone's doing the work remotely. Kelley, do you got anything to add to that?
Nah, it's just going based off what you said with it being remotely. It's just it makes it easier, for everyone involved, because everyone lives in like separate places. So it just makes it a lot easier and a lot
Yeah.
stress free for everyone involved, and that's what I like a lot about it.
To me, this is amazing. Amazing.
I thank you so much. I do appreciate it because we do have a lot of big stuff planned. I've been, especially I've been working hard setting up a lot of other stuff that's to come in the future. And yeah, I'm glad you're excited with us.
Excited. Darling, I talked to somebody that's doing Grand Theft Auto. You don't understand. I'm more than excited. I am overjoyed for you. It's gotta be a lot of work. I mean, what kind of responsibilities do you guys have?
First and foremost, I do pretty much have a set pattern for each episode that we create. It always starts with writing a script, and that's what I've been doing. I'm already working on the episode 3 script, and it's going pretty well. So we write the script, and then we do what's called a table read, which all TV and film studios do as well, where they have the entire cast get on a call or in person, and they will read through each other's script to see how the characters interact and stuff like that. And then, for example, the assistant director will point out any inconsistencies, or will point out like, hey, we can tweak this line, make it a little bit better, and stuff like that. And then pretty much after the table read, we just start scheduling when people can be available to film scenes in game. And the game provides us with an editor, like a professional editor, where I can get different camera angles of the gameplay and record like audio tracks. And it's basically like an entire movie studio rolled into a game, and it's going to look just like what you see on professional TV, whether you're watching The Walking Dead or Criminal Minds. It's the camera angles, the way characters interact, it's all going to be the same, just in the world of this game.
Did you guys ever think that this would be something that you would be doing?
Kelley, you could say it.
That's a very, very good question. I had a passion since a young age, very much for anything video games. So it's a very big deal, very big step that we are able to do this. I find it very heartwarming for me, just being able to work on this video games, anything just relating to them and stuff like that, creating a show. You have perfect examples out there that has come before us, like Roster Teeth. They did Red versus Blue on Halo. I watched a little mini series on different games, whether it be Call of Duty or like just any like battle royale short film or stuff like that. It's just being able to join like the mass of creators that do the content like that. It's just amazing, and it's breathtaking just thinking about it.
Yeah, I agree. And me, I thought that like I never want to. I don't feel like I should ever say never, because I knew that once I had the freedom of being like, it's really, you can make these dreams and these goals come true when you're older, when you have the resources and like the time and the money and everything like that. So I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when. And I'd say that like where I'm at now, I'm very content with how things are going so far, and we'll continue to improve on that and everything that we're doing. But I definitely intended to get here at some point, and I'm glad that I'm here finally.
Wow. Well, what season are you guys in right now?
We're only in episode 2 of season 1. Episode 2 is very close to being finished. We try not to do release dates or deadlines because then that sort of rushes or clogs everyone's schedule up.
Yeah.
The only time I'm going to set a deadline or a release date is when I'm the only one who has left to work on the show, or if Kelley, me and Kelley, because me and Kelley, once the show is filmed and we have all the scenes and the lines recorded, I will be doing, I do a lot of the editing, and then once I edit the episode how it's supposed to be, I'll send it over to Kelley, and we'll both watch it probably like 4 or 5 times in a row, and make sure everything looks great. And when it's just me and him working on it and no one else has a part in it, then we set our release dates. So unfortunately, I do have to just say the word soon. But yeah, so we're in season 1. We're finishing up episode 2 and prepping for episode 3.
And what is the goal for season 1 right now?
The goal for season 1 is to sort of establish everyone's motives and where they are in their lives, because each individual character is dealing with something different. For example, Cheryl is obviously trying to initiate herself into this bigger organization that she has really no clue how it operates. But she's going to hustle and to get it, whatever it takes. And another example, season 1 starts off with my character Jason. He actually is. We come in on his life when he's actually lost someone close to him in a failed bank robbery attempt. And he's just trying to get back on his footing and at the same time deal with the failure of this heist that he's tried to attempt, while at the same time trying to find another person to fill the spot of the person that he lost. And that's where he's at.
Wow. It's such a big thing. It's like you have all these characters, continuity, Kelley, continuity. I mean, keeping it real, keeping it, right on point. How hard is that?
Honest answer, it can be stressful at different times. Just if we don't do a scene fast enough, then it obviously turns to a different point of day, which is it can be very upsetting at points, especially when we're really getting a good one, and then we just automatically just mess up at some point, and then we have to wait like a whole what's the daylight cycle, nighttime cycle? Maybe like 15, 20, 40 minutes?
20 to 30 minutes about, if we don't film at the perfect time of day in game, because a whole game day in there is like 48 minutes. And so you only have 48 minutes to shoot a scene. If the scene is only taking place in day and you don't get it done within that 48 minutes that the game gives you, you have to just sit and wait for the next day.
What? Okay, so you guys are filming in real game time.
Yeah, because obviously the game developers didn't want an actual daytime to be 12 hours long. They had to shorten it down to 48 minutes. So we only have how the developers designed the game to film, and obviously if the characters are shooting a scene in the middle of the day in the desert, we have to keep that daytime, we have to follow the continuity of real life time, where a day would be 12 hours and such. Wow.
To me, that's even harder. That's even harder. You have 48 minutes. You better hurry up.
Yep.
Continuity has got to be a pain in the butt. I am not going to lie to you, okay? That has got to be a pain. 48 minutes, real game time, everything's moving. You better hustle. Yeah, no.
Goes faster than you think.
I know it does. Believe me, I'm right here, and already I know I don't even know how many minutes we've been on here, but I know that this goes like this. My gosh. Yeah. Wow, guys. So, okay. So you're doing that. Do you tape it?
Yeah, we, so with the GTA 5, once again, has provided pretty much all the tools needed to film your own sort of movie or show in the game. Because obviously, as it's an open world game, and you have all these cars, these people, these houses you can have, and these real life locations you could go to the city of Los Angeles and see. So they knew that people would want to create this type of content. So yeah, it's all filmed in game, and then the game saves the clips that you make and puts them in the editor. that I mentioned earlier. And then from there, I can go in and change the camera angles. You know, like when two people are having a conversation, I can switch the camera to each person's face as they talk. I can do like flowing camera shots where it'll flow from like one camera to the next seamlessly and stuff like that. So we have a lot of tools to help it to just shoot it in game. And you know, maybe certain promotional stuff or promotional videos and materials could be shot IRL, like in real life. Like if we decide to film like sort of a real life teaser or something for the future or something, we can do that. But pretty much anything we would need to film is done in game.
Wow. Now, have you ever had someone playing a game interrupt your filming?
Luckily enough, no, because we can set up what are called invite only sessions. So that
Ah,
way only people I invite can make it in. And then we have complete and utter peace. And at that point, we're just at the mercy of the game, which whether that's them, you know, like we mentioned, the time of day changing constantly, or
yeah.
even the weather. The biggest and most annoying thing is when the weather modifier changes to rain, because
Mm.
it will rain for a long time. And like I said, you know, if it doesn't fit the scene to just start raining, we have to wait and wait and wait for it to stop.
Wow, you guys have your hand full. So ultimately, you guys are doing this. This is an amazing thing. Where are you going to be putting this out on again?
We're going to be putting it on YouTube first and foremost, on our channel and on Dylan's channel. And
Okay.
but we will also have plenty of shorts and teasers and clips for you
Hmm.
for TikTok and Instagram. Um, And we do have a Patreon page set up right now, actually, where we can post exclusive content such as behind the scenes, early sneak peeks. And we're just finalizing the details on that Patreon. And so that way people can start getting content early.
Nice, nice. And for both of you, okay, Kelly, because you've been like quiet. You're not getting out of this, okay?
Yeah, I know, I know.
So what do you guys hope to take from this first and foremost, and the first season, and then the whole show? What are you guys doing right now for that?
You know, just really, we just really want to take, just the experience, just getting it down right, stuff like that, just to keep improving ourselves as we keep going on and on into the future, stuff like that. You know, whether it may be like, I don't know, like 2 years time, any time in the future, just making sure that we've got like the most keen and perfect thing as best as we can do it. You know, that's what I want to take from this, and then maybe put it to other places. Other we could do like other series on different games. Stuff like that, and just make it a very good time.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's what I
Interesting.
want to take from it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely want I have a lot of stuff planned out in the future, especially for this whole universe that's being set up. And I just want people to, if there's one thing I want people to know from episode or from just the whole show in general, the whole series, because we're doing 6 seasons, it's a
Mm.
lot to take in.
Oh yeah.
I want people to know that even though this show may seem like the stereotypical crime drama series, it's really about family in the end, and that sometimes the only people you can trust when you're doing something is evil and cruel, as some of these characters do. You know what their professions are. Sometimes you only have your family to rely on, but the twist that we put on this show to make people really debate on which characters they want to support is that no, whether it's a police officer or an FIB agent or just a bank robber, each person has their own motives and their own goals, and really everyone's a bad guy. There's really no good stereotypical good guys in this show. Each person's got their own secret agenda, and I think that's going to be interesting to see who people choose to cling to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Wow. Okay. So where can people find you right now?
Right now, for example, on Instagram, you can find us at Masterminds underscore GTA underscore official. And then on YouTube, you can find us at Jace Corp Productions. And if I hadn't mentioned it before, the first episode is out already. You can watch the first episode. as well as the trailer and some of the other bonus content. We post some other stuff on there. Like we have a few other games posted that's just really montage based, but for now we're focused on creating masterminds and stuff like that. But yeah, you can find us on Instagram and YouTube first and foremost, and then of course if you follow Raw Creations Gaming, they'll be posting a lot of our clips and stuff on there as well.
I'm excited for you guys. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. This has been amazing. What kind of advice do you give those people out there that want to do something like this?
Kelley, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so basically just what advice I would give, just stick to following your dreams. Don't give up. It may seem a little hard at first, but you just got to keep moving through there. It's going to be easier once you really get to nooks and crannies in there, just getting down whether it be just small details as in what you should do for the show and where do you want it to go, or the big deals or big details, amassing a whole storyline. You shouldn't let it bother you. You should really just flow with it, and just take your creativeness wherever it wants to go. You never know, a bad idea may be a good idea in the future, and maybe you do have a good idea that may seem like a bad idea, but it's your show. You do what you want with it. Okay, it just makes it sound just so much easier when you just go with the flow.
Yeah, I agree. And whenever you're creating your own type of video content, like he said, obviously you want to keep striving for it, but the number one thing that's important, going back to the theme, is that you need a crew. You need a family of your own to help you produce it. Whether that's short videos, long videos, or whether you're trying to just do streaming, or whether you're creating graphics, or you got NFTs that are a big thing. You need a team to help you out, and you just never know when your team might come in handy.
That's right. Wow, guys, thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Kelley. You guys, man, you have got to go see this first episode. I'm going to put that in the description box below so you can just click on that link and go straight to the YouTube channel and watch it. I mean, support, man. Follow the channel. What can I say? You know what I mean? Hey, these guys are doing it. And, man, I don't know if I could do something like that. That would be kind of cool. But no. Because that's not my thing. But is that your thing? Is that something you love? Would you love to watch this? Good. Click on the link below. It'll take you straight there. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
No, absolutely. I thank you for having us.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time. Bye, guys. I did